Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Talha Sofirahman. Now I will present about useful apps. Before that, I will explain about my status. Now I will explain about my background. Now I'm studying in IDN boarding school at 8th grade, and uh, my hobby is playing football. And then now I will present about useful apps. In this presentation, I will explain about the name of the app and then the function and then uh, the ratings. Next, the first category of my presentation is Microsoft apps. First is Microsoft Word. In Microsoft Word, this is an application to make the users more comfortable with their laptop, so they can make a book, they can make in this app you can make the announcement for the parents to come to the school, or announcement for the event, or the event for the students. Microsoft Word is uh, already been used by me and my friends. So Microsoft Word is trusted to many platforms like Linux, Mac, and then Windows. Microsoft Word is available too in every OS of every version of the Mac OS, and then every version too of the Windows, like Windows 7, 8, and 10. So Microsoft Word, you can make a book in Microsoft Word, and then you can make announcement. You can make maybe you want to make a journal or you want to make a diary. You can open Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Word is very useful. Second is Microsoft PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint is the app that I'm using now to present this presentation. So PowerPoint, you can insert a photo and then you can make a table in PowerPoint. You can insert a template. You can make your own template too. And then in Microsoft PowerPoint, you can and then you can synchronize with the Microsoft account, so you can access the more feature of PowerPoint. And then in PowerPoint too, you can make maybe some a circle, a square, triangle for a presentation. You can make a design, and then you can insert a font in Microsoft PowerPoint. And then in PowerPoint, there's no the limit of the slide. Next is Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is Microsoft app tool that is very useful. So Microsoft Excel is like maybe you will add a table of the statistic, maybe the the money of your income and outcome in Microsoft Excel too. You can see the statistic to be in a circle or in a bar. And then Microsoft Excel, you can synchronize with the Microsoft account like the previous apps. And then with the Microsoft account, you can access the more feature of Microsoft Excel, such as maybe making an animation and then see and then synchronize to the phone. Next is Microsoft OneNote. Microsoft OneNote is a software for Windows and Mac and Linux. So in Microsoft OneNote, you can make a note, a free note. Maybe you wanna you wanna put your idea to Microsoft OneNote, and then you can make a document. You can make one folder, and then in that folder there is maybe a few ideas. Maybe like ideas you wanna make some application, you wanna make some books, or you wanna make a website. And then in Microsoft OneNote, you can make a table You can make a table, and then you can insert photos, and then you can color the text, and then you can make cursive text, and then you can make maybe a line, and then you can make a circle, and then in Microsoft OneNote, you can save it to image, a PNG, or a Microsoft OneNote format. Next is Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office is uh, the core of all Microsoft apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Access, Outlook, and InfoPad or Publisher. So in Microsoft Office, if you can access the Microsoft Office, automatically you can access all the application that Microsoft have. And then there is one application that is different, Skype. Skype is a Microsoft app, but it's not a very uh, so Skype is not very famous, being known as a Microsoft app, but it's like a self app that is not published by Microsoft. Next is Microsoft Project. Microsoft Project is a very useful apps for you if maybe you have uh, uh, industry, you have a school, and then you can make the statistic, the income and outcome, and then maybe if in the industries, how many how many how many product that you produce in one day, in one week, in one month, and maybe you can put the cost of the product. Maybe you are producing a laptop, and then you can make the product cost maybe $220, and then you will sell it maybe like $100. Next is Apple apps. So in Apple apps, I will explain all of Apple produce and Apple publish. So in this section, I will explain about all Apple apps. And in Apple apps, the category is creativity apps. First is iMovie. I'm sure you know much about iMovie. So iMovie is like particularly same like other software, like maybe Udacity, and then Filmora, KineMaster, and the others. So iMovie is an app for Apple. It is free, and then iMovie is very simple. You can put the video, and it will be put like this, and then there is edit bar here, and then you can put the audio, you can delete the audio of the original video, and then you can put the music, maybe you can put nasheed, and then you can put transition, you can make animation here, and then uh, you can put a photo too in iMovie. And then in iMovie there is already a template that Apple serve for the users. So there's a template maybe for the slideshow of the maybe a flashback of your friends. Maybe you are in the 7th class, and then there's event, and then you wanna put it in the TV, the flashback of your work, or maybe 1 year of your work to make to the end. And then two is GarageBand. GarageBand is an application to make music. So in GarageBand, there is one of the most best Apple products. The name is GarageBand. It's it's not very simple, a little complex. So in GarageBand, you can make your own sound, and then you can take it from the app. So the app is like a template for you to make some sounds. There is a 10 stacks here, and then in the first stack, second stack, third stack, you can maybe you wanna put a drum sound, and then a guitar sound, and a piano sound. So there will be music playing. So in GarageBand, you can put uh, up to 10 stacks of maybe a sound, and then you can play it in the same time, and then it will be a music. So GarageBand, many used by GarageBand is used by many people, by artists, and then music producer, and then GarageBand is very light for the memory of your laptop for the Mac OS, and GarageBand is available for Mac OS. The OS is Lion, and then Sierra, High Sierra, and Mojave. Next is the Apple productivity apps. First is Page. Page is same, maybe it's most similar like Microsoft Word, but in Page you can synchronize to the laptop, TV, tablet, or phone. So Page is can be synchronized not only with email, with Apple ID, and then you can only synchronize, but by uh, putting two devices. Nanti sih kenapa menunggu? Okay, so in Page you can synchronize all three devices by putting closer all the devices, and then it will automatically synchronize in phone, tablet, or laptop. Next is Numbers. Numbers is like Microsoft Project and Microsoft Excel. So you can see the statistic of your industry, maybe, or your students, and then maybe uh, there's a food that you wanna see the statistic of the composition. Maybe there is uh, wheat flour, maybe 5%, and then the mononatrium glutamate is like 10%, and then many else. 3 is Keynote. Keynote is an app like Microsoft PowerPoint. It it can be used to make a presentation. So Keynote is free for your laptop. Okay. So in Keynote there is a template tool that is being served by the Keynote itself. So there is many templates that can be used, and in Keynote you can make maybe your own idea of presentation. You can make your own template, and then in Keynote you can synchronize. So Apple apps is you can synchronize all the apps by an Apple ID. So if you have maybe 10 devices, you put the same Apple ID, and then the first and then the first until the last device will all have the same application in the account. And then uh, next, Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is uh, it's not free. It's like maybe $100, maybe $200 or $300. So Final Cut Pro is like iMovie, but it's the pro version of the iMovie. Final Cut Pro is uh, maybe the function is mainly same like iMovie, but Final Cut Pro you can make more simple. It's like only the video, and then you can put the transition, but it's like the simple, more simple version of the animation. So in Final Cut Pro you can put the blend mode, and then you can put the opacity of the video or the text inside of the video. You can put the position, the scale, and then you can crop the video, and then uh, you can make the video to be an HD video or 4K. Next is Motion. Motion is uh, maybe same like iMovie and Final Cut Pro, but it's like more complex. So in the video, when the video is being played, it will be a 3 bar. That is the statistic of the video, and then you can pull it here, and then the video will follow the cursor, and then in motion you can make the video to be an 360 video. Maybe you wanna record a landscape, and then you wanna record the maybe you wanna record your school, and then you can put it to the this motion app, and then you can make it to be a 360 video. Next is compressor. Compressor is maybe similar like Adobe Premiere. So in compressor is like more complex. There is a video that is being served by compressor, and then you can make the video, maybe the original size is 30 gigabytes, and then you can make it to 500 megabytes. So compressor is uh, cost money, a bit of money, maybe $50, and then compressor you can set the video you wanna make it one so you can make the video faster and slower. Okay, next is compressor. Compressor is an app that is published by by Apple, and compressor is very useful. Compressor can compress your video, maybe the original size is 20 gigabytes, and then you can compress it to like maybe 1 gigabyte or 500 megabytes. And in compressor you can put your Apple ID, and then you can synchronize to your few devices. Maybe you have a MacBook, tablet, iPads and iPhone. Next is Logic Pro X. Logic Pro X is so Logic Pro is a paid version of GarageBand, and then Logic Pro is a place to tune your sound and your music so you can make a clip or a song. And then in Logic Pro X, there's many feature that is being added by Apple to make the users more comfortable to the app. And Logic Pro X is uh, a complex app that is uh, have many memories to again Logic Pro X. Uh, it needs many memories and a big RAM to run this application. And then next is MainStage 3. MainStage 3 is an application for you to tune some music, and then you can play a music that is maybe an original music that you've downloaded from YouTube, and then you can import the file to the MainStage 3, and then you can tune the music. Maybe you want to make it more louder, and then you can make it the bass, you can make the treble more bigger or lower. So in MainStage 3 is like uh, the similar app like GarageBand and Logic Pro X, but MainStage is the paid version. And then MainStage 3 you can put a folder of your songs that you have customized or you have remixed. maybe you want to remix a song, and then you can put it in your folder. Like maybe you have a remix song folder and then the original song folder. Next is the developer apps. First is Xcode. Xcode is an app that is similar like Android Studio. Xcode is the Apple version of the application maker. And in Xcode, you can make an application with many templates. Maybe you want to make a food recipe app, and then maybe you want to make news app, you want to make uh, a cat documentary app, you want to make a small Husna app, just Amma app, and many others. And in Xcode, you can make the frame more bigger, wider, and more more smaller. And then in Xcode, you can put the screen, and then you can drag it to the and then you can drag it to the middle, and then you can make maybe this screen will go to this screen after what button being clicked. And then in Xcode, it's many developers use this app, and then this app is already have been editor's choice by Apple, and there is the Apple app that is being used by many of my teachers and my friends here use this app. And then in Xcode, you can make many projects. There is no limit for the project in the Xcode. And then in Xcode, you can make the emulator of the application. Maybe you want to make it like iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone X, and the others. Next is Snippets Labs. Snippet Labs is a code storage, so it's like Sublime Text, but that is the more complex version and simple. And in Snippets Lab, you can put like notes, maybe in here sensor data processor, your image and grayscale. You can put maybe a notes of your code. Maybe there is a recipe app code. There is the Juice Amma application code, and in in Snippets Lab you can make the folders, so you can separate between maybe the application code and then the website code. Next is Sketch. Sketch is an application for you to make more okay and in Sketch there is an app. It's very useful for the users, and in Sketch you can put a logo that maybe helps you to correct your apps or your codes. So in Sketch, you cannot synchronize by an account. So in Sketch, there is one saved file in only one device. So if you wanna make uh, a three device in one same Sketch page, so you have to take the file from one devices to the other devices. So in Sketch, they're simple, but there is one low point that you can't synchronize between few devices. And then the other apps. First is Transmit 5. Transmit 5 is a software to manage and transfer all of your files in a very nice way. So in Transmit 5, there is like AirDrop, but it's like more complex. So in here you can see there is many folders and many files. So you can transfer these files or folder to your friends via maybe SFTP or the others. You can put it maybe via USB and then via SBTP or via Wi-Fi. And then in Transmit 5, you can synchronize to your folder and your files that you will give it to your friends or a teacher. Maybe you have uh, some lessons or some work that you have to transfer and send to your teacher or friend. So uh, in Transmit 5, you can synchronize by Apple ID, Gmail account, and Yahoo account. So in Transmit 5 is very simple, and then Transmit 5 is very useful for the Apple users. Next is Day One. Day One is a journal app, a journal app, and a note app. So in Day One journal, you can make a journal for your maybe daily life. So there is you can synchronize from your laptop to your phone and to your Apple Watch. And the functionality of Day One is you can make the journal, maybe the weekly journal and then the monthly journal and the daily journal. In Day One too, you can put a photo, you can draw something, you can put your audio, maybe today you don't wanna write it, you don't wanna type it in your phone, laptop, you can put the audio, and then you can put stationery, and then you can make this journal like favorite, and then uh, you can make maybe this journal is the favorite journal. You can tag it to maybe this is a recipe journal, there is a travel journal, or there is a normal journal. And then you can make the time you of when you write or type this journal. So you can set in here 1:27 p.m. March 8th, 2019, and then you can put the location of where you you write or type the journal, maybe in Los Angeles, or if you are in a school, you can put the school address, and then after you make all of your journal done, you can move it maybe to your WhatsApp and then Line, Telegram, and many others. And then you can customize the fonts, and then you can uh, share it to your friends via Instagram, Snapchat, and maybe the other app. And then if in an Apple Watch you are only maybe can record by your voice, because in Apple Watch you cannot actually type fast or type comfortably. So you make a new entry and then you record your voice. How's your journal today? And then uh, and then you save it, and then it will be synchronized to your few devices. Next is OmniFocus, and then this slogan of the app is plan your day with forecast. This OmniFocus app is already in the third version, so it's it's already been useful, and it's already being used by many people, many developers, teachers, maybe students, so and businessmen maybe. In OmniFocus, there is an inbox, project tags, forecast, flag, and barrier. So in OmniFocus, you can put maybe today, Wednesday, October 24th, lunch with your friends, maybe, and then tomorrow you wanna call your friends, and then you wanna clean up your house, you wanna send an engineering status, and then maybe you wanna pick up your friend from a class. So in OmniFocus, it's very useful. It's maybe similar like the previous app that I've told, but this OmniFocus is like more comfortable to the users, and it's more user friendly. So in OmniFocus, you can download it in Mac OS, iPhone, iPad, and many others, and you can synchronize it by the Apple ID, Gmail, or the other account. Next is Agenda. Agenda is maybe more similar to OmniFocus 3. And in Agenda, you can make sample projects. Maybe in the sample project, you are developing a new app, and then you can put the schedule. Maybe tomorrow meeting the contractor for iOS apps, and then you can draw, and then you can put maybe your friend will develop for the app, and then you can put maybe your friend is the designer for this app, and then in Agenda you can synchronize the app the by using the Apple ID and Gmail. So Agenda is very useful apps. I recommend you to download this app, but uh, in this app it's very simple, and then you can barely control your agenda with this Agenda app. Next is 1Password. 1Password is like LastPass. So this application is very useful. So in the bar is all items, favorite, and then maybe in the watchtower you can see the compromised logins, vulnerable password, reuse password, password, unsecured website, inactive to FA, expiring and categories, logins, secure notes, and the others. So in this application, you only need 1Password to access all of your website and application password. So maybe the example Amazon wendy.c.appleseed@gmail.com. That is the Gmail, and then if you click this, it will be open it like this, Apple ID, and this your photo, maybe username and password. Username is the Gmail account or Apple ID account, and then the password you can open it with this. You click this, and then you can open what is your password, and then there is the security password too. Maybe your best friend, you can put it the name, and it will be checked by the application if it is not surely being guessed by people, and it will be see like fantastic bar here, and then you can maybe put your parent city, and you can put maybe your father's name or the others, and then in 1Password you can put no limit of password you want, and this application is already being editor's choice of Apple. Next is Bear. Bear is an application for notes for iPhone, iPad, and Mac. And then you can write down your ideas, and then uh, Bear is the most elegant way to compose, synchronize, and store your notes on iPhone, iPad, and Mac. You can organize and provide context to your notes, insert links, maybe email address, and a lot of more. And then you can keep your text in check, clean and tidy to-do list within the note. Maybe you can put with an overall progress bar in the notes. And in Bear, you can synchronize it with your Apple ID, and maybe this a grocery list. Write down your ideas, books to read, Swift code sample, online comics, and then you can maybe put the online videos or online games that you want to try. And then in the sidebar, there is Bear, code, comics, context, debug, developer, films, games, and then the many others. So Bear is very useful app. It's like similar like Agenda and OmniFocus 3. Next is Spark. Spark is the best of the App Store app, and it already work with The Verge, TechCrunch, Mashable, Lifehacker, Fast Company, and the other company. And Spark is the best email client for you and your team. And Spark is very useful for especially MacBook. So you don't have to open Gmail again with your browser. And this application, if being closed, it will show the notification. Maybe you have a 5 inbox, 5 email that you have to read, and you can make a quick reply of the email, and then you can and then here there's a smart search bar, and in the sidebar there is an inbox, and then the unreadable email, and then that already been read, the Gmail that already been read, and then there is an archives of all of your inbox that you have read or you don't have read. And then Spark, you can put it in your Apple Watch, you can put it in you can synchronize to your phone, and then you can synchronize, of course, on your laptop. Next is Notability. Notability is an app. It's an app for you, like it is similar like Microsoft OneNote in the first of this presentation. So Notability is, maybe you can put this image of a bicycle. You can put, maybe there is an important text, an important note. You can put it, maybe you want to customize your bicycle, or you want to make some ideas, some application ideas. You can make square here for the layout, and then you can put all colored text, you can put the image, you can put cursive letters, and then you can save it to image like GPG, and then PNG, and many other formats. And Notability cannot be synchronized by an Apple ID. So Notability, there is a low side of the app that can't be synchronized. Next is Capo 3. Capo 3 is an application to learn songs independently without tabs or sheet music. So in Capo 3 there is a few stacks of rhythms. So you can click this, and then you can play the audio, and then maybe you have a phone, you can make it closer to your laptop, and then you can make a sound from it. Maybe you are playing a music, and then in Capo 3 they will detect what is the music that this application here and this application knows, and then it will be appear the name of the application, and then the categories, who is the writer, who is the producer of the song, and then who is the and what company that have produced this song. Next is Autodesk Sketchbook. Autodesk Sketchbook is like this. Maybe you want to make a prototype of your video games. Maybe you want to make a skins of your guns. Maybe you want to make skins for Minecraft, and then you want to make a custom guns for your Counter Strike or maybe Battlefield or Call of Duty games. So in Autodesk Sketchbook, there's very useful. You can make maybe you can make a character in here. You can make 2 dimension and 3 dimension of the image. And in Autodesk Sketchbook, you can put a text. You can put a color in here. You can make the prototype more simple, and then you can put a color, and then you can make like a prototype line, like a thick so you can make the thin line of the prototype. And Autodesk Sketchbook can be synchronized by Apple ID, Gmail, and the others. Next is Graphic. Graphic is an app for you to make, maybe you want to make a logo like Adobe Illustrator. So in this app, it's very useful. Maybe you want to make a logo like game controller like this, and then in this folder you can make top buttons, Y button, Y shadow, and then you can make it more specific with the logo. And in this application too, there is a sidebar tool like Adobe Illustrator. You can put the text, you can write like with a pencil and like a brush, and then you can erase it with this erase bar. You can make a line, you can a cursive line, a circle, a square, a 5, and then you can make a star, you can make the others, and then you can rotate the logo that you have made, and you can specifically, maybe you want to rotate this to be like this, and then you can click this button. And in game controller, you cannot synchronize with your Apple ID. Next is Sparkle. Sparkle is an app for you to make an offline website. Like maybe you don't have a Wi-Fi now, and then you can create website in a fun way. You can put maybe this you can put the strawberry as the logo, and then you can make it. And uh, the nice part of this app is you can put this application in multiple device, Apple multiple device at once. So this application too, you can put the text, image, gallery, box, white box, and more. And then you can put the style of the text, you can arrange it, you can put where is the title will be on. And then you can make this like Microsoft PowerPoint and Keynote. You can put it like a preview, and then you can put the font. What is the font? Regular, and then it is bold, Italian, or underline it, and then you can put the size, you can put the tracking, and in the paragraph you can put alignment, line height, first line, space before the text, space after the text, and HTML tag. And in this application, it is very useful for the users. Maybe the users is a website designer or a website maker, and he did not have a time to open his browser. Maybe his browser is a little bit of a bug maybe. And in Sparkle you can make a website in a fun way. Okay, next is the best Android apps of all time. The first, okay, and next I will present about the Android best app. The first is Authy two-factor authentication. This app is compatible of all Android device. So Authy brings the future of strong authentication of convenience of your Android device. Uh, in the feature is secure cloud backups. Maybe you lose your device and got locked out of all your accounts. Authy provides secure cloud encrypted backups, so you will never lose accounts to your tokens again. We use the same. They use the same algorithm banks and the NSA to protect your information. And this application is offline too. And then multi-device synchronization, and all of the accounts will be support most major multi-factor authentication accounts, including Facebook, Dropbox, and Amazon, Gmail, and thousands of other providers. We also and this application also support 8-digit tokens. And then the two-factor authentication uh, in this application is one of the best things you can do to make sure accounts don't get hacked. And then in this application, you can put in your Android device, and maybe you have multiple Android device. You can synchronize it with Gmail, Amazon, Yahoo, and Dropbox, and many others. So in authentication factor, Authy two-factor authentication, this category of app is tools for your app. And next is podcast player and podcast app. It's being produced by Castbox FM, radio and podcast and audiobook, news and magazines. This application is the best podcast player and podcast app to find, save, download, and listen to your favorite podcast, FM, radio, and audiobooks. And in this application, there's a new feature too. Uh, that is Zen mode is very ambient sound player of peaceful, maybe soundcapes. They're guaranteed to fool you fool you into a deep and restful slumber. And then the podcast player Castbox is a winner of Google Play Best App, Best Daily Helper, and Best Hidden Gem. Castbox is an Android excellence app. Nominee of Google Play Fan Favorite App, winner of the most entertaining app from Best Apps by Google Play, winner of Top Trending App from Global Best App by Google Play, winner of the Best Music Audio App and Trevi Awards. And uh, Castbox is an easy to use podcast player for podcast lovers, offering a super clean layout and easy to navigate interface with a wide category of podcasts to choose from. You can stream or download your favorite podcast anywhere, anytime for free. Castbox offer continuous playback with customized playlist, one button subscription option, and the ability to download episodes for offline listening. Our mission at Castbox is to make information accessible for everyone, anytime, anywhere. And then Castbox, there is uh, the top podcasts from around the world. Subscribe to over 1 million podcast channels, including top networks like NPR, Gimlet, BBC Earwolf, How Stuff Works, PRX, This American Life, and CBC. Stream or download 95 million above episodes of podcasts, radio channels, and audiobooks for free. Search or or listen to your favorite podcast in 70 different languages. and discover new and trending podcasts from 16 different categories. Cloud synchronization, up your subscription and listen from any device, anytime, anywhere. And smart speakers support it, including Google Home, Chromecast, and Amazon Alexa, and Android Auto support. Next is fake GPS location. This app is in a category of tools that has been published by Alexa, and this application already being used by 183,991 users. So you can teleport your phone to any place in the world with 2 clicks. This app sets up the fake GPS location for your phone, and every other app in your phone believes you're in there. And there's an important announcement. Be aware that after using fake GPS, you may find your location locked into the last location that you have put it, and you have to uninstall this fake GPS application. And uh, this application too, there is 2 ways to fix maybe an issue in this app. The first is install GPS status from the Play, launch and get a fresh GPS fix. You may need to repeat it several times with 30-minute interval. Start fake GPS, set a real location and leave it so for several hours. You may combine 3 steps. This issue will disappear in 1 or 2 days. And then this application is maybe not recommended. It will maybe broke your location, automatic location sensor in your phone, and maybe you don't want to download this application, but this application is already in the best Android apps in 2018, 2019, 2019. Next is FuView, Float Viewer. Uh, FuViewer Float Viewer is Magic's floating button. It's a system enchantment tool to help you access your favorite website, apps, games, and maybe a game, file, music, photos, and screen contents by a gesture using one hand. And the gesture that this app can do is a crop for a quick screenshot, recognize automatically, share and search, and a swipe for preview files that have been saved, and an easy gesture to replace all the navigation physical keys, and a long press gesture to switch and manage apps quickly. The feature is simple. One hand to operate on a gesture, crop a word to translate, save, share to your messenger, and crop a name such as in video to search in multiple search engines, and crop an image such as in games to screenshot Android 5 and higher, search and share your social network or photos community, and crop a number to dial or check where it is from, and crop an address to check how to route in maps, how to navigate it, and swipe for back, swipe long for home, protecting physical keys, and swipe up to files, whether news or floating windows. Swipe down to resend listener or notification. Swipe in file to preview. Long press to switch and or manage apps. So this application is very powerful. Small package size, floating browser, different from others. It can do floating, and full feature floating files, image, music, videos, document manager for both local and network. App manager, built-in viewers such as PDF players and downloader. Multiple search engine, gesture input, text recognition, regional screenshot, and screen recorder. Some requires maybe Android 5.0 higher. And this application is intelligent. apps, and webs are sorted automatically for quick search and self-learn with more use, and text gesture are recognized several modes to be personalized. And it is fun, easy to learn, in both guide, demo video, and game to help you step in the world. And there is special note when you set gesture for locking screen of this application, or grant the device administrator permission from settings manually to avoid this app being killed by the system maybe. And this app uses the device administrator API, and you need to disable the permission before uninstallation. It's required by the system of the phone. And there is accessibility. For visually impaired users, you can select the words or image from the screen using full view and enlarge it for a better readability. For physical disabilities, full view provides powerful single hand gesture. You can use one hand, operate the phone, switch app easily, and then you can open document, you can play the music, and then you can replace by the navigation hotkeys, which can hardly be controlled by one hand. Some features are in the development. So uh, this application is very useful for maybe disabilities and to make the users more comfortable. And next is notification launcher named Quickly. It being produced by 2019 Smart Launcher, Edge Wallpaper, WhatsApp sticker apps, productivity. For the categories is productivity. And there's offers in app purchase, and there's quick access to the lock screen, clean notification, and the others. And then uh, the feature is create application and contact shortcuts in the notification bar, and one tap app launch from notification bar, one tap call to your favorite contacts. Shortcut can be launched directly from a notification and lock screen. Easy Notification Launcher supports notification bar of Lollipop, Marshmallow, and Android 7.0 Nougat. Different notification panels for multiple apps, and Android Nougat theme notification bar. And use light or dark theme as your for your mood. And all apps supports all apps in Android Market, including SMS, text message, Facebook, Messenger, and Twitter, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Line, Pinterest, Instagram, VK, LinkedIn, Music Player, and so on. There is 2 Pro version and up to 12 application shortcuts and up to 6 favorite context shortcuts. Next is What the Font. There is an application that you can identify fonts instantly. You can identify maybe you are reading a novel in your phone, an online novel, and you want to see what font that being used by the writer, and then you can download this What the Font application. You can take a picture or upload one from your phone, and then just grab the fonts you want to identify, and then you can learn the names of fonts and see similar ones and test out fonts with your own text. So this application is great for designers, crafters, anyone who loves typography, and anyone who's ever asked what the font. Perfect when you see a great design and want to identify the fonts, and or when your client sends you an image but doesn't know what the fonts would be put it. And you can type out words in the fonts you find, and then you can get ideas and inspiration. You can learn the names of the cool fonts, and then you can browse fonts similar to the one that is in the image that you have identified. Next is Firefox Focus, the privacy browser. That has been published by Mozilla. It's being categorized by communication apps, and then This application is not very compatible of all versions, so it's maybe in the Nougat and Oreo and the higher it will be work, and the lower version maybe of the KitKat it will not work. So this application automatically block ads and other web trackers, and uh, being brought to you by Mozilla and Browse Faster. The browser, the tabs will load faster by removing trackers, and this there's a feature that private browsing on most browser isn't comprehensive or easy to use. Focus is next level privacy that's free, always on, always your side, because it's backed by Mozilla, the non-profit that fights for your rights on the web. It has automatic privacy, blocks a wide range of common web trackers without any settings to set, easily erase your history, no password, no cookies, no trackers, and browse faster by removing trackers on ads. Web page may require less data and load faster. Made by Mozilla, we believe everyone should have control over their lives online. That's what we've been fighting for since they're fighting for since 1998. Okay, thank you for a nice attention. Maybe there's only the presentation I can presentate. Maybe there's mistakes in my presentation. And what is good is from Allah, and what is bad is from me and Shaitan. Okay, thank you. The last Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.